Release the Epstein files, Donald Trump. That is what needs to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know, but the House Democrats have released more emails from Jeffrey Epstein talking about Donald Trump. Slowly and steadily, more and more information is getting released in the weird relationship between the two best friends of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And for some reason, MAGA is trying their hardest not to release the full files. Matter of fact, they went as far as during the government shutdown, they would not swear in another Democratic representative who would vote to release the files. They're scared. They're frightened because they know it's damning. I think their strategy is that they're going to wait this out. You know, some information here and there is going to drop. And by that information dropping, yes, it's going to be terrible for the image of Donald Trump being a potential PDF. But more importantly, they're just hoping the people forget. But we're not going to forget. We won't let the most powerful man in the world be a kitty diddler. No, 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 no. All right. So what exactly did these emails say? Let's dive into it. So this is the first email from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell. If you don't remember who Ghislaine Maxwell is, she's the person that's trying to cozy up to Trump for a pardon. They did a secret interrogation where they tried to have Ghislaine Maxwell say things to make Trump look good. This is the number one right-hand woman for Jeffrey Epstein that helped him do his sex trafficking, weird island activities. So she's a piece of garbage. But because she capitulated to Trump a little bit, said some things that was nice to hear, somehow she was moved to a nicer prison and gotten better amenities. A piece of garbage like Maxwell got all that. We know why. And we're going to dive into that a little bit more. So this email says, I want you to realize that the dog hasn't barked is Trump. Let me move my camera so it's facing in a sensible direction. All right, this direction. Victim. So they specified this. The names of the victims have been blurred out for safety reasons. They wanted to protect these people. Fair enough. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned, police chief, etc. I'm 75% there. So key things that are in this email thread. One is that I want you to realize the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. And I think that's very important because I'm assuming, now there's a lot of context we don't know, but I'm going to assume here that this is going to be in regards to the fact that Trump hasn't revealed certain information about Epstein. Okay? That's my assumption. But the more damning sentence here is the victim of Epstein spent hours at Epstein's house with him. Hours at Epstein's house. Why would Trump be with a victim for hours? We don't know who this victim is, but
you know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. I can do anything.
I want you to piece the calculations in your brain on why this may be the case. Hey, it's quoted by Trump, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to the next email chain. So this one says victim from Mar-a-Lago, and then a whole bunch of information was taken out. Trump said he asked me to resign. Never remember ever. Of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Now, I believe that was said in sarcasm. Grammar wasn't really a part of this. They didn't have Grammarly back in the day, apparently, to fix up these email chains. So he said, of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. That seems to be a very sarcastic statement. Now, I guarantee you what I'm about to hear is, oh, this is Trump saying that they should stop their activities. I guarantee this is what's going to happen. That's what the exact comments are going to be from MAGA, because some of them don't have morals. I've seen some of them in my comment section say, who cares if Donald Trump is a PDF? Like, they're okay with it. So I'm not going to be surprised. But this is another confirmation from Epstein that Donald Trump knew about the operation that was taking place. He said this a while back already, that Trump knew all about the girls. And this is just another situation where Trump knew all about the girls. And the difference between this one is that this is an email to Maxwell, not knowing that this is going to get revealed to the public. So Trump was aware of what was going on. Trump was aware that Epstein was taking people from Mar-a-Lago. And Trump apparently was having private sessions with some of them. Last email. I hear CNN planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in Serum afterwards, or in Scrum afterwards. So this is an email exchange between Michael Wolff and Jeffrey Epstein. The next email says, if we were able to craft an answer from him, what do you think it should be? And then the final response, I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. What does that mean? He's been on the plane, he's been in the house, and they knew this. So they were going to use this as a bargaining chip with Trump. We know that Trump is more than willing to bargain with anybody to get what he wants, as he's bargaining with Maxwell, as he's bargained with multiple individuals who's done illegal activity, people who scam their voters, people who's taken foreign money, Eric Adams, George Santos, multiple politicians pardoned, multiple people who did violent criminal activity during January 6th pardoned. The person from Binance who is more than willing to have so much of a lack of security in Binance, terrorist organizations can use it to launder and exchange money, pardoned or commutated. Same difference. And of course, he loves making behind closed doors deals. Shout out the Trump meme coin. So we know that this guy has no morals and he's a corrupt politician and he'll do whatever to save his own ass. Dare I say, he's willing to take anyone out as well? I don't know. I'm just saying that the whole thing with Epstein unaliving himself in that prison cell where all of a sudden he has no guards and all of a sudden the camera doesn't work. I don't know. It sounds pretty skeptical to me. That's all I'm saying. With that said, Epstein had a bargaining chip that he 100% planned to use on Donald Trump. The email continues, you can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you. Or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey's a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed in a Trump regime. You know what's very potent at the very tail end of this email is that MAGA knows exactly what they've been doing by crying DEI, by crying woke, by crying trans, and pieces of garbage like Piers Morgan plays into this. They knew that this is all political theater. This whole anti-PC era is them just making it so fucking muddied that they can do the most corrupt actions possible without any repercussions. That's the reality of the entire strategy, and y'all fell into it left, right, and sinker. Is that the term? So they had their bargaining chip. They had their excuse to make Epstein seem like he's not that bad of a guy. They're just trying to cancel him. These are just woke mobs trying to cancel a right-wing hero of MAGA. More and more damning evidence will get revealed. And the denial from MAGA that their cult leader, to be fair, cult leaders do weird shit, don't they? They don't mind doing weird shit with underage people too. We've seen plenty of examples of that. We've seen cult leaders doing it with their children. So, which also is not surprising when it comes to Trump. He said he would fuck his own daughter.
Do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
So, I mean, this is just pretty clear on who Donald Trump is. But that is the new emails that got revealed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you plan to cope, I plan to troll. But if you want to have a substantive point to make, I will reply in turn. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. If you guys want a full breakdown of this entire situation with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, their entire relationship and their weird friendship, I highly recommend clicking on this video right here. This video right here is a full breakdown for you. All the information you need. So I hope you guys enjoyed. You have a good one. Take care and peace.